You ever look at your plants and think, why do you look like you're going through something? Maybe the leaves turned pale. Maybe growth slowed down. Maybe the whole plant is just sitting there like it's waiting for motivation to arrive. And then you check the price of fertilizer at the store, and suddenly you understand why some gardeners start talking to their plants like they're roommates who need to contribute to the bills. But here's the thing. Your plants are not tired. They're hungry. And feeding them doesn't have to cost you a single cent. The truth is, most of the best fertilizers in the world are already in your house right now. Some are in your kitchen, some in your trash, some in the places you never paid attention to. And when you learn how to use them, your garden will start responding like you finally gave it the energy it has been begging for. So today I'm going to show you 7 natural fertilizers you can make at home for free. 7 things that boost plant growth, enrich soil, improve root strength, and bring your garden back to life without buying anything extra. By the end of this video, you'll look at everyday leftovers differently. What used to be waste will start looking like plant food. And honestly, it feels good to know you're growing more while spending nothing. Welcome back to Daily Plant Life. If you love gardening that's simple, affordable, and practical, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our weekly guides. All right, grab a bucket, grab whatever scraps you were about to throw away, and let's talk about the fertilizers hiding in your home right now. Let's start with one of the most powerful, most misunderstood forms of plant food out there. Banana peels. I know what you're thinking. How does this yellow skin I usually toss in the trash help plants? Well, here's the magic. Banana peels are loaded with potassium. And potassium is what helps plants produce flowers, fruits, stronger stems, and better overall growth. Think of it as the plant's muscle-building nutrient. Without potassium, leaves get weak, fruit drops early, and everything looks a little tired. Using banana peels is easy. You can chop them into small pieces and bury them around your plants. You can soak them in water for 2 or 3 days and create banana peel tea. Or you can dry them, blend them, and sprinkle the powder into your soil. The slow breakdown feeds your plants over time. And if you're growing tomatoes, peppers, or flowering plants, they respond quickly. Banana peels are one of those fertilizers that quietly transform your garden without costing you anything. Just don't throw them away next time. Now let's move on to something that every kitchen produces, but almost nobody uses correctly for gardening. Eggshells. Eggshells are packed with calcium. And calcium is what keeps plant cells strong, prevents blossom end rot, stops leaf tip burn, and protects roots. When plants don't have enough calcium, you see it immediately. Tomato bottoms turn black. Pepper fruits collapse at the tips. Young leaves twist and curl. It looks dramatic, but the fix is simple. Collect your eggshells. Let them dry. Crush them into tiny pieces or grind them into a powder. The finer they are, the faster they release nutrients. Mix them into your soil or sprinkle the powder at the base of your plants. They break down slowly over time, which means long-lasting benefits. You can even add them to your compost to boost the mixture. Eggshell calcium is gentle, natural, and steady. Plants love it, and you get it for free every time you cook breakfast. Next up is coffee grounds. The secret weapon for gardeners who love both plants and caffeine. Coffee grounds improve soil structure, increase drainage, boost nitrogen levels, and attract earthworms. And if you're wondering why worms matter, it's because worms are like tiny gardeners working for free. They turn soil, aerate it, fertilize it, and keep everything healthy. Coffee grounds make your soil richer, darker, and more alive. Just be sure to use used coffee grounds, not fresh ones. Fresh grounds can be too acidic for most plants. Used ones are milder and safer. Sprinkle them on top of your soil or mix them in lightly. Don't bury them too deeply, or they can clump. You can also add them to your compost pile. Plants like blueberries, roses, tomatoes, and hydrangeas respond especially well. Coffee grounds are simple, effective, and always available if you drink coffee every day. They turn your morning leftover into plant strength. Now let's talk about grass clippings. The fertilizer your lawn makes for you automatically. Grass clippings are packed with nitrogen, and nitrogen is the nutrient responsible for lush green leaves. Without enough nitrogen, Plants turn yellow, stop growing, and look weak. Grass clippings return nitrogen to the soil quickly. They also act like mulch by keeping moisture in and weeds out. Here's the trick. Don't pile grass clippings too thick. A thin layer is perfect. A thick layer turns slimy and blocks airflow. Spread them around plants, especially leafy vegetables. As they break down, they release nutrients right into the soil. And since lawns produce grass constantly during warm months, this is a free fertilizer you'll never run out of. Next on the list is one of the oldest fertilizers in the world, wood ash. If you've got a fireplace, a fire pit, or you cook with wood sometimes, don't throw away the ash. Wood ash contains potassium, calcium, magnesium, and trace minerals. It's great for boosting soil health, reducing acidity, and helping plants that prefer slightly alkaline conditions. But here's the important part. Wood ash should be used lightly. A little goes a long way. Sprinkle it around plants that love alkaline soil, like lavender, rosemary, cabbage, onions, and broccoli. Avoid using ash on acid-loving plants like blueberries or potatoes. And never mix ash with fertilizer that contains ammonia. Keep it simple. Use small amounts. And enjoy the benefits of one of nature's oldest soil boosters. Now let's talk about something powerful and surprisingly fast-acting. Epsom salt. Even though it's called salt, it's not table salt. It's magnesium sulfate. And if you've ever seen dull yellowing leaves, poor fruiting, or slow growth, your plants might be begging for magnesium. That's where Epsom salt comes in. Magnesium helps plants produce chlorophyll, the green pigment that absorbs sunlight. Without magnesium, plants can't function. To use it, mix 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt in a liter of water and use it as a foliar spray. Apply it to the leaves early in the morning. Plants absorb it quickly. Tomatoes, peppers, roses, and citrus benefit the most. But again, don't overdo it. Once or twice a month is enough. A little magnesium goes a long way in reviving tired plants. And now let's finish the 7 with one of the most powerful free fertilizers you can make. Compost. Compost is the king of homemade fertilizers. It improves soil structure, adds nutrients, increases moisture retention, and boosts the population of beneficial microbes. Good compost turns sandy soil into rich soil. It turns clay into workable earth. It brings life back to lifeless dirt. And you can make it with almost anything. Vegetable scraps, fruit peels, dry leaves, paper, grass, coffee grounds, eggshells, yard waste. Compost is like a buffet of nutrients slowly breaking down into perfect plant food. Start a compost pile or bin. Layer browns and greens. Browns are dry things like leaves and cardboard. Greens are moist things like fruit scraps and fresh grass. Keep it lightly moist, turn it once in a while, and let nature do the rest. When it turns dark and crumbly, it's ready. Compost transforms your garden more than any store-bought fertilizer ever could. And you made it for free. Because you stuck with me to the end, here's your bonus fertilizer. Rice water. Anytime you wash or soak rice, don't pour the water out. Rice water contains starch, minerals, and nutrients that feed beneficial microorganisms in the soil. These microorganisms break down organic matter faster, help roots absorb nutrients, and strengthen plants. Pour it on your plants once a week. Just avoid salted rice water. Keep it natural and simple. Now I want to hear from you. What's your favorite homemade fertilizer? Banana water, eggshell powder, or something your grandmother taught you? Drop it in the comments below. I always love reading your gardening tricks and hidden gems. And if you found even one idea today that you want to try, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps this channel grow and reach more gardeners who want affordable, simple ways to feed their plants. Subscribe to Daily Plant Life and turn on notifications so you never miss our weekly guides. Your garden can thrive without expensive products. Sometimes all it needs is the everyday leftovers you were about to throw out. Stay creative, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next one.